Hey guys, we are live on RC Talk, and today it's giveaway time from 110 Hobbies here in Canada. So we're going to be doing a giveaway sometime tonight on that RC. Um, so who wants a Tamiya? Follow us tonight, and you might win a Tamiya. The only thing you have to do is comment on the side when it's time, and then I'll pick a winner.
All right.
You all ready, RC Propaganda?
Yeah, this is great. Give the people what they want.
And
Have
Brad,
a
are
good
you ready?
chance.
Well, I hope I can get on there in time before you actually launch it out for who wins.
Well, the cue is going to be, okay, Brad, you can leave and go watch the live video or go comment on the live video. And that's going to be cue for people to actually start commenting because Brad only has one phone, does not have a PC. So he is in the live chat with us. He'll have to leave and go watch the live video and comment on it so his name actually pops up. So
I've been looking at Tamiya's. I won't lie. I kind of think I want to get a Grand Hauler. Now that I've kind of looked at them, I think that would be the only cool build for me, my style.
They're nice. They're nice. Like this is
Grand Hauler. I've never seen
this is a truck, a Scania truck. That's a nice one. The Grand Hauler is a nice one to have. Hey, Sean.
What's the difference between the Grand and the King? I couldn't really find out the exact. I think one of them is dressed up more.
The Grand is bigger. The Grand is bigger.
Okay, because I want the King. I don't really want it all fancy.
That's what she said.
A lot of people are those kits are becoming more and more popular. The truck kits, they've had them forever.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're kind of be cool, and I have I kind of have a shelf where I think I'd be able to display it, and then it would also be kind of functional. And I think, I could maybe just shoot some funny videos of it driving, and maybe do something. It's just like
drag weight.
It's just tough. I already got so many RC trucks, I feel, but I don't. Looking at Tank's background.
No shelf queens.
No shelf queens is right, Sean.
No shelf queens. Probably.
I only have one right now, and that's just because of parts availability.
It's like me. All my cars, they all run. All these cars behind me, they all run, except for the ones in the boxes.
No.
Yeah, you could try to, if you're 3D printer, you could probably make those parts for yourself, so you can run it again.
When are you gonna get working on that truck again?
After I finish my two-wheel drive drifter.
Yeah. Have you much left to do? Have you went near it in a while, or just haven't even went near it? No.
No, it's the only thing I got left to do on that truck is the lighting. It's finishing up the lighting. The light kit that came with it does have lights, but it's missing 2 or 3 lights, especially for the headlights. So I did get some new 5mm LEDs, but I just got to make some new wires for it to go up to the lighting controller or marry them together. So it's just for the high beam, low beam, and all that. So I just got to fix that.
And then just a matter of figuring out the controller for all the controls.
Yeah, and then I got to follow the instruction for the controller. But I did find a good video that's going to show me how to actually configure it. So I'll go through that video when it's time. And and I might do one of myself once it's done. We'll see.
Yeah, that's it.
Easy Froggin says, my next one will be a Grand or King Hauler. Cool.
Nice. I was going to buy one the other day, and then I just didn't bother. I was like, I really want one, but at the moment, I don't really have anywhere to run it at the moment. So.
Yeah, and the I don't know, the price tag is because I know it's not something I'm gonna drive and bash and get repeated fun. I'm gonna build it, which will probably be some swearing and frustration involved with that. And then there'll be a short moment of satisfaction when it's all built and I drive it on the carpet, but then I don't have a trailer. So then I got to spend more money and get it to look cool with a trailer.
Yeah.
you know, and then maybe, and then I get video ideas and what I could do to make videos, and then it just turns into spending and spending and spending.
Well, that's the issue, because the trailer I want, the only trailer I want for one is a lowboy trailer, and the lowboy all start at like $700.
No, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I shouldn't get one because I'll feel like it's not complete without a trailer, and I'd
Well, you can get cheaper trailers for like $200, $250, but the trailer I want is a lowboy, because I have RC excavators and stuff, so
that's cool.
I wanted the trailer that could put the excavators on it, but all them trailers start at like $700.
Oh, yeah. I like all that equipment stuff. It's pretty cool. Like, I think it'd be kind of silly though to go to work and like run equipment and then come home and play with toy equipment, you know? That's like all the same stuff from work. Like, I don't need to be doing that anymore than I already do in a way, but it's pretty interesting. I've been watching some other videos online. What is that one channel that has like just 20 something trucks and excavators filling up and dumping? They have, you know, all that stuff going on is really cool.
There's a lot of guys like RC Moo. He does a lot of it. Like, RC Moo does a lot of the construction. A lot of the construction stuff, it's more of a European thing than it is.
Yeah, this one's out of Germany, I believe.
Yeah, a lot of them, like most of the vehicles are built in Germany, like scale art.
Yeah.
Like how people even afford their stuff. Like the RC 4-wheel drive stuff at $4,000 is expensive, but the stuff from scale art and all starts at like 9,000 euros, 10,000 euros, which is probably $12,000. Like, you know, it's like I could go to a rental store and rent a real Bobcat for a month. That, like, you know.
Yeah, probably cheaper than that.
Yeah,
you could probably get it for like $3 a month. I'm thinking. I mean, shoot, the payment on ones, the one that we have is probably not that expensive. They're only like a $50,000 machine, brand new.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends what size, but the one that I run's, I don't know. It's a cat. It's mid-size. It's not super small, but it's not the biggest one. I think my boss paid like $50K for it or something.
That's it. Like, you know, people are paying like ridiculous money in Europe. Like Scale. If you ever get a chance to check out Scale Art, is the name of the shop, you call it. Check out their stuff. Don't get me wrong, it's detailed to the nines, but how anybody affords it, it's beyond me.
I seen this cool one today. It was out. They usually only have these kind of trucks out west. I've never seen them until I moved out west, but they're called belly dumps, and so like it's the box and it opens up at the bottom, like shoots. And someone made one in the video, and like he's opened it up and started getting it to come out, and like he started driving, and like it just kind of looked real because I see them all the time at the place where I get material, and I just always found them kind of fascinating, and like they're just funny when you see them go down the road. So before you load them, you have to like purge the system, I guess. Otherwise, the asphalt will just come out, or whatever you put in it come out the bottom, like when it first fills up. So like the guys would come into the asphalt plant, and they're all just psh, 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 and you see all their little things opening them up. And then they got like double ones too, which are real funny. So it's like one little box, and then it tows another box. So they got these two little boxes.
Yeah, but they're cool. Them bottom bellies are really cool though.
Yeah. Have you ever seen one that dumps off the side?
Yeah.
Those are a trip. I've seen them before dumping. You're like, wow.
I've seen those on RC cars.
I've seen a few of them side ones that actually tipped over.
Yeah, we had one tip over at the plant, not kind of towards the end of this season. A company I used to work for, actually, one of their drivers tipped one over.
Yeah. Hey, James Ryan, welcome in the video. What are you working on? What's on the shelf?
That's the $40 slash.
The $40 slash?
$40 slash. Well, it was in pieces when I got it, and they really didn't know what they had. You know, so it's together. Had to put, probably another 30 into it. So it came out to around 50.
Can't go wrong with that.
No, it's the ultimate one too, the LCG Ultimate 4-wheel drive.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Good find.
Yeah. I mean, they were
How'd you
just
find
getting
it?
rid of their kids' stuff that was going to college. So, hey, I'll take it.
How'd you find it?
Garage sailing.
So you walked up on it? It wasn't like an online ad?
No, it's pretty much just there out here in, this area in Michigan. There's a lot of people with kids going to college, and it's just now hitting. Now I want to get them, so it's perfect.
Yeah,
now
I
when a
used to
kid-
go quite a few, but then I stopped doing it. I would do it with video games. I was trying to find video games. I was a little successful, but selling on eBay is such a pain. People try to rip you off. And after I kind of got scammed a couple of times from just stupid little scams so you could see after the fact, I gave up. But I want to look for driver figures. I want to go around and try to find all kinds of action figures, because then you can see how they bend and everything in person. And at a yard sale, they're not like collectors, so you might be able to find something cheap.
Yeah. I mean, I don't go around looking for them specifically. It's, I just walk up on it and say, hey, I think I recognize that, and hey, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, you got to play dumb, kind of lowball them. You never want to let someone know what they have. Like, you don't want to rip someone off, but if they don't know and you try to be somewhat fair, like.
Yeah, I've got a couple trucks. That way. I got a 2-speed nitro. It was a Force RC. No, not Force RC. Extreme. It's an Extreme by Exceed RC. I think that's the Red Cat
Nitro.
Yeah, so I think it's made by Red Cat, the Exceed RC.
Cool.
Yeah, Exceed is made by Nitro RCX. Actually, a Canadian company, Nitro RCX.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. But yeah, that was $25. It was just the box, and it came with everything, even half gallon of nitro. It didn't run too well, so it was sitting down in the basement for a few years. Just one of those. Kid went to college.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with that,
No,
I cruise Craigslist a lot looking for deals.
Yeah, you find them sometimes. You can find them.
Yeah, well, people buy things and then they realize, oh, there's more involved in this than what I thought, and then they want to sell it. And I don't know, that's the market for used RCs is kind of weird, right? Because how do you gauge what it's worth?
You can't. You can't. When I get a used RC, I know it's crap. I think in my head, hey, it's a POS. I gotta do all this stuff to get it working and be able to drive it. And if something breaks, then hey, maybe I got parts. Sometimes they get it just for parts.
Well, it's just like the people selling an SEX10, the original SEX10. I see a lot of people online right now selling them because they want to upgrade to an SEX2 or whatever. And they're selling them about $300, $400 Canadian. And then they go, well, I got full of upgrade on it. I go, yeah, but when's the last time you changed the bearings? When's the last time are they metal gears in the transmission? Because that's the first thing that's going to go. All the plastic in it, like how brittle is it now? Because it is getting very old. So you do have to be careful.
Yeah, the axles, especially the axle housings.
Yeah. Because they take a lot of tumbling, and it might have a crack in it and you don't even see.
I've got one hanging on the wall here, the original one.
Yeah, kind of when it comes down to it, right? It's just like kind of a little bundle of plastics. And it's like, I was thinking, because I really like, I've always wanted an X-Max, and I'm thinking about looking for one used, but it's like, then you kind of get something, someone's probably beat the crap out of it. And a lot of things are replaceable, but like, what is it worth as a bunch of used parts,
25%.
Yeah. Like depending upon the condition, like I'm looking to save money. If someone wanted like 600, to me, I'd rather just spend the 300 and get a brand new one than to deal with who knows what they did to it and all that stuff. So it's like, like I want it like half price. I want it slightly used for $400.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
My biggest pet peeve is when somebody's asking for a high price for a basher, let's say a Slash or any other kind of car, and it's still dirty with mud, and it's still dirty with like it's still got grass in it, and he's selling it for maybe $100 cheaper than a brand new one would. Like, hello, that's my biggest pet peeve for used RC truck.
Yeah, there's a kid with a Slash at my apartment building. A few well, actually it's probably been like 3 years now, right before I started doing like my YouTube channel. I noticed he wasn't outside with it, and I wanted to go racing, so I was like, I need to get a Slash, and I gave him an offer of like $120 or something. I figured he had a battery and everything, so I would, I'd take everything off his hands. It might have been a little bit higher for battery, charger, everything. He didn't even know what kind of battery it was, but he did have a LiPo. And I think his mom was the reason, but because she probably knew what she paid, he was just a teenager. So I didn't get that deal, but I was like, well, I'm not giving you close to what it costs new. I'll just go buy a new one.
Yeah. Yeah. I see where you're coming from, but if I'm going to get something that's in pieces already, I'm not, it's when I go on Craigslist or Garage or anything looking for an RC truck, I already, like I said, it's already in pieces and needs to be tore apart and gone through and fixed and, all that. It's already up there. That's why I only get them for $40-$50.
Yeah. I'm looking on Craigslist right now. So it's kind of rare, actually. This one in my town, which is rare. They want $340 for a Slash Ultimate 4x4 brushless. It looks pretty new, but it does have some wear on it. Now, for me, I don't know what this truck goes for new, but like, I don't even think I would want to pay like $200 for it.
Yeah, you're looking $500-$600, man.
Really, for one of those?
Yeah,
new?
Yeah, it was like $500, $480.
Really? Probably because the brushless system.
Yeah.
So it's like, we'll say maybe they're taking $100 off. So maybe if you got it for $250, that wouldn't be too bad. It looks like it has Proline body posts on it too. Yeah, it does.
The Ultimate has all Proline arms and the carrier cups and bearing cups and all that. It's all upgraded with the
from Traxxas. It comes with
on the
Proline parts.
Yeah.
From Traxxas.
Yeah, it comes with the Proline parts on it. There was a Proline version. It's the LCG, the low center of gravity version.
Yeah, I can see that in the picture. Wow, man, that's really cool. I didn't know that. That's wild.
It's the really pretty much the top of the line Slash.
Huh. Okay, so maybe I stand corrected there. Maybe 340 is not too bad of a deal. I don't need one, but it is local and it's still on here. I bet they still have it.
Well, if whoever owned it before was like me, then you're gonna have to go through
it. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm rough on my RCs. I'm really, really rough on them.
Yeah. I mean, you can kind of tell by looking at it what kind of scratches are on it, and to kind of see if it's taken any certain abuse, I guess, if you know what to look for. But
yeah,
at the same time, you never know. But I don't need a Slash right now, so there's no sense of trying to wheel and deal. But that's how I got my Creighton. Actually, I saw the Craigslist ad and it wasn't very old. I met him in a parking lot and I got the Creighton at like a pretty good discounted price. And, I just kept building it up. I wanted to mod it anyway. So I was like, screw it. Like, I'm going to replace the arms and all that stuff if it gets scratched. So who cares if it's used? So that's the road I went with that build.
Yeah, found a in box of parts a buddy dropped off. This is another Traxxas 2-wheel drive, just the chassis, nothing else. Chassis and the posts. I forget which one this was. We just identified it yesterday. I'll find out.
Yeah, in my opinion, the Slash is the best bison vehicle out of them all. Like, that thing is bulletproof.
I ran this thing like full speed. Sorry, I ran full speed into some rebar at a construction site, and then it broke off one of the front A arms, but that was it. Other than that, it was fine, man.
what's fine with them, even if you tear an A-arm out or you do whatever, it's cheap to fix. Like an A-arm is $5. Like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
it's so cheap to get fixed again. That's what's fun with those cars, and the parts are available everywhere.
I just kind of don't like the way they jump as much as like a Creighton or even like my little 4S Outcast. I like that kind of bashing style a little bit better than the short course style.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that slash will come out of any skate park quicker than a normal will come out of the skate park.
What do you mean come out? What do you mean by that?
Come out in one piece. Still being able to drive out of that skate park.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it'll come out.
It all depends how you drive it.
Yeah, I guess.
9 out of 10 drive out when the armor is carried. Like,
skate parks are like my kryptonite. Every time I try to visit a skate park, pretty much something goes wrong.
Mm.
hey, Steven, what's up?
Hey, Stefan, how you doing? That's Steph
Steve
from the
OD.
LED wheel.
How you guys doing?
Hey,
Doing
Steph.
good.
Steve-O's in the chat.
Steve-O's in the chat. Cool. Rich Holman's in the chat. Easy Froggy.
Axiomatic, what's up, man? Thanks for the comment on my video today or yesterday.
Mario
whatever video it
Cabana's in
was.
the chat. RC Slayer's in the chat. Aaron Larson's in the chat.
A lot of people in the chat today.
General
Yeah.
Hobbies in the chat.
What's up? Just don't forget to hit the thumbs up, everyone. Yeah, I just popped in for a little while and then I'll get out of here soon. So
You gotta make sure you're here when we're gonna do the giveaway.
yeah, I gotta start wrapping some crap, So
Did you guys see on RC Conspiracy today this news about actual SMT10?
Did
Yes,
Tony make a video about it? I thought he was going to go live.
Coming out, and
That's an SMT,
I don't know
right?
if he made a video of it yet, but I know yes, that's actual SMT10. Yes. So it looks like the kit's going to be $199 and $299 for the ready to run, which that's pretty good. That's $100. That's count the tires, the electronics, everything. $400 more.
Full
I
cage.
can neither confirm or deny that I pre-ordered a kit.
People really like those tubular roll bars and everything in it.
Well, when you really think about it, monster truck, that's what really started RC again. Like when RC came out and made it really popular, it was the monster truck. And then people were turning the monster truck into scale truck. They were taking the axles of the truck and making crawlers of it, or trail trucks, to make it look scale. And it all evolved from monster truck. Now monster truck is doing another comeback again, which is nice, which is good. And
but for the extra $100, so you're better getting the RTR, because
I think so too. Yeah.
The wheels alone, if the wheels don't come with the kit, the wheels alone are going to cost you $100.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
electronics, just throw the electronics away.
I didn't think of that, but for me, I didn't want the electronic because I knew I was going to be changing it. And you kind of always change the wheels. So, I mean, it's kind of initially maybe money up front, but I'd probably in the long run be spending that money anyway and getting different tires.
No.
And I kind of want to use it, so I don't want to ruin the Gravedigger body. And I'm sure they'll probably offer it and you can buy it, except I won't have the green chassis, but I can just pretend in my mind I have a special edition black chassis Gravedigger. I think it would look cooler anyway without the green chassis on that green with the black on the body, in my opinion.
Is that new SMT considered a really good monster truck?
It's okay. It's there is some competition one that are way better, especially with these metal solid axles and all the more weight to the bottom. They just handle better, just like any normal truck would.
Lower center of gravity stuff.
Yep.
I've seen those raced. Those things actually haul ass too.
I was
So
thinking
Matt-
about
Actually
it.
haul ass.
I was thinking about it. If I want to drive it, I have some ramps that'll probably be perfect for it because they don't really have any pop to them. So I could kind of set those up, or even if I bought one of those little kickers or something and put two of them together, I could build like a little track and then somehow maybe get like that little laser set up and at least race myself for lap times or something to make it interesting.
Oh, RC Troll Critter's in with his party hat.
Yeah, nice hat. It's the season. It's weird. Christmas is coming up. It felt like it was coming really fast, and now that I got all my gifts ready, and like I like to give gifts to people, I'm like, oh man, like hurry up and get here, like.
So you got your shelf going too, Troll Critter?
Yeah, it's coming. Need some more trucks on it.
Yeah, I put my trucks and cars on it too, but now I need another shelf because I think I got lying around enough to fill up a whole new whole shelf. So
They're like chips. Can't just have
I know
one.
how you feel. The wife made me get out of the son's room too.
well, I
makes
took
me
half
feel
the
better.
basement here. I took
Oh,
half
wow.
the basement downstairs, and my wife is not pleased right now because everything's a mess. So I gotta
Yeah, you don't want to see around me right now.
clean. Well, I got my table like I'm working on a project, two or three project, and I got parts all over the place on the table, but one spot where I can see the computer, type on the computer, and it's crowded.
Yeah, I got our old kitchen table over there. That's where
I have a new table coming because I have a few builds coming up, so
Cool.
got to get a new table for the builds.
Yeah, I recently got a new table when I built my little RC room here. And what I like about it is I found it at like a consignment shop on random. It's got like a nice little shelf and then a bottom shelf. Plus, it's on wheels, and it's like it looks like it was like a handmade, like out of steel thing. But the wheels make it nice because I can move it around my little room and do different things with it. So it's
Is
nice
it
to have
kinda
that
like-
ability.
Is it kind of like this little table right here? The this little one I got with the car on it.
No, it's big. It's like
Oh,
it's a giant, pretty big table. Not, I wouldn't say giant, but it's like probably 4x3 or something like that.
that's actually a pretty good size.
Yeah, no, it's nice. Plus, I have my workbench, so it's like for my videos, I use the table, and then like if I want to I don't obviously make videos on every single thing I do. So like when I work on my dirty trucks, like the bashers and stuff, I just throw it on the workbench.
Hey, Team Vega, what's up? The Bronx is in the house.
What's up?
Oh no, the Bronx in the house.
Yeah.
Poop and wrench. Axiomatic.
Hoop and wrench, multitasking. Yeah, everybody's workbench is messy, I think.
Yeah, that's why I have another one because like I use I have the Craftsman like tool chest thing with the whole top bench on it, but I can't even tools anymore. So I gotta I have a new bench coming because I got one for free, so it's nice with all the tool drawers on it, the nice big wooden top and everything like so.
Dang, how'd you get it for free?
Yeah, because I demo a lot of labs in Colombia. I demo and rebuild the lab. So when we were demoing one of the labs, there was a nice big workbench in it, and they said if you want it. So,
Wow, that's
sweet.
cool. Nice pickup.
Did
What's up,
anybody
Jack?
ever try this little lunchbox, the mini lunchbox? It looks fun.
Brent has.
Adventure Time RC.
Oh yeah. That
I'm
looks
RC
fun.
one.
Small yet perfectly formed.
Yeah, it has 4-wheel steering and 4-wheel drive.
What do you do with that thing? Just cruise around the kitchen?
Don't know.
You pop wheelies and turn wheelies that turn, make it you can go in circles with.
Oh,
That's
wow,
wheelie.
interesting.
you chase your cats with it.
Yeah.
That's what I should get one of those mini SEX 10s there for that, but I think I'd get bored with it.
How
I
big
got
is
one of those.
24th scale?
That's 1/24 scale.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
but
got
how long
a,
would it be?
Is that a
the
kit?
battery pack is four triple
it
A's,
is.
four double A's. I mean,
You can use 4 double A's, or you can use a regular lipos.
Huh.
oh,
One
And I think
cell
you can
lipo?
find brushless motors for it too if you want it.
Put some brushless.
Then you
oil.
really go chase the cat with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, they have wheel. It's actually a pretty cool vehicle, even though it's really small. It has 4-wheel drive, 4-wheel steering, and you can take turns in any direction with it still wheeling.
Do you guys see that thing with that RC motorcycle on a RC Sailors brought up?
Oh yeah, and Shen sent them a thing about that. He let him have it, not real meanly, but he let him have it about it.
I didn't see anyone really shelling for it, like saying that it was good. So I don't know who they watch. I think I only watched like one little thing. I had no idea it was that bad, but it was funny because I had no idea, and they were saying how crappy it was. But I was shocked at the price of that little thing. I was like,
it's down to $80 now, but
he said it wasn't even worth that, and I think I'd have to agree. $80 to like pop wheelies in my kitchen with the little thing, you know, it's weird.
Shen showed exactly how to use it. He says they don't know how to use it.
I think I'd rather have that little lunchbox.
There's somebody in chat that used their phone number for their name. You might want to get rid of that.
It's okay. It's 110 Hobbies.
It's advertisement.
yeah, this 110 Hobby. It's Paul. It's Paul. It's the guy that's giving away this lunchbox.
Okay, gotcha. Just okay.
Is it okay to drive the lunchbox while hungry?
Keeping the eye out, the old eye,
It's his business, so of course he's going to do that.
I'm gonna call him up and give him some jerky boy lines.
I'm down.
I mean,
yeah, you use my Irish name that I use to tell the marketers all the time. Like that, I go let them go through their whole spiel, and then when they ask my name, I just tell them it's Jack, and then they say what, and I say me off, like all the time, constantly, all the time. Like,
it's that is such an Irish thing to do.
I can't deal with those things. I never answer the phone.
Yeah, it like takes all kinds in the world, doesn't it?
Yeah, I answer just to piss them off. Like whenever they think they're getting somewhere, like
I only did that with the Craigslist scam, where they try to send you more, and then they want you to do all this stuff, and so I go sure, because it's easy on my phone to just, I can type really fast, so I just type. I always tell them I'm Clark Griswold, and I just make up an address. See if they send a check, try to at least make them do some of the legwork. There's some good YouTube videos. People get some of these scammers pretty good. I've heard some good things.
They actually have a program to deal with them now out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it is kind of, I hate that about Craigslist. I'll post something, and almost every time I get the same thing. Who never tries to negotiate for a better price? And like a lot of times I'm selling stuff. Wouldn't you want to see it?
How does Craigslist work? You can sell anything on Craigslist, or is that just a US thing, or what?
You used to be able to, and then they used to have
Craigslist in New York is what can I get for $10? Craigslist, anything you want for $10, you can get it. And
yeah, now
people have gotten killed answering Craigslist ads.
Well, you gotta know how to use it. That's part of it. Like that girl there got killed by the massage dude, was getting massages or something. Remember the Craigslist killer? It was a pretty big case in the U.S. So they got rid of all the sexual encounters and stuff. But I think that was why they were selling stuff for $10, was just a front so they could have the sex stuff, and then
maybe they got rid of that stuff where you live, propaganda in New York. Did he? He'd still get all that shit. And Craigslist.
I heard it was just other pages, but now, like if you want to sell a car, you have to pay before you could just post cars. Because because scammers would, you could post your friend's car and have people calling them, or there was just so many scams people are running. So now they make you pay if you want to sell a car, and
Anybody ever buy RCs from Craigslist?
Yeah, I got my Creighton off of Craigslist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're just gonna meet in a public place. You got to be buying certain things. I sold Traxxas batteries to a kid. I met him at Cabela's, gave him some stickers, and said, "Yeah, follow me on YouTube, man. Thanks."
So some people wants to know who won the lunchbox. So should we tell them who won the lunchbox so far? Nobody has won it.
Yeah, Axiomatic that I met on Craigslist.
How's it going? We got Outsourced RC in the chat.
We got Jack.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, Jack's in the house. He's with us.
Superboard in the corner, mate.
You came in pretty silently. I didn't even see you put up on.
That's all right.
Jack.
So I sourced RCs on how do you win?
How do you win the RC? So it's going to be simple. When I'm going to say, okay, let's get the ball rolling. The only thing you have to do is put a comment up on the comment where you're commenting right now. And I have a way to put on the top corner, you can see participant. And I'll copy paste all those names onto a random search name, a random picker name, sorry. And I'll pick from there, and we'll do it live. I'll push the button, paste everything, and people can come in and choose.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Fern Solo's comment. He said, "I got my first RC on Craigslist. I had to do things I don't talk about anymore, but hey, I got an RC."
Crazy guys.
I like the fight to the death idea personally.
Yeah, that's it. Have a sumo rest and put all the slices on the table and see what one's the last one standing.
Well,
Yeah, that started this year to have that sumo thing, didn't it?
Well, see, now it's a lunchbox. We have to do some sort of food challenge. Whoever can eat the most or something gets the RC tray.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
Hot dog challenge.
A lot of people want me to enter those things because I'm so big, and I'm like, that doesn't matter if I'm big. It's usually the thin ones who win.
It's normally the Nathan's one is normally one with that little Asian kid.
Yeah.
And he's tiny too. He's like 4 foot nothing. Like
that's gross how they do that.
He tried to beat a bear, but the bear won.
So real quick,
I want to challenge him again.
Real quick, we'll do a advertising spot. So this video is brought to you by 110 Hobbies, the one place to have 10 times more fun with this hobby. I just came up with that. It's not his jingle, it's my jingle.
It was well done.
Thank you.
Oh.
Sound like
I should use it.
The one place to have 10 times more fun with your hobby.
Right on.
At 1/10 the price.
So,
Hey, is that 110 Hobby guy?
That's another one. Yeah, true.
He's on the live.
There he is with the beard and everything. Yeah, he is on the line on the video chat.
There he is.
That's the guy with the phone number.
Right on.
So that's what he looks like about me. He actually opened here in Pembroke in August. You used to be out west, right, with your store?
Yeah, just outside Vancouver.
And you started. How do you actually start a hobby store? Like if anybody here wanted to start a hobby store, how did you get into it?
Man, I started off way back in the day, just like everyone else did, with as a hobby. But I had some time on my hands with an ailment, and I just kind of took it to the next level and started buying and selling. Actually, a lot of Craigslist. I would buy used stuff and then fix them up or take off the upgrades and sell them separately and so on. I kind of just grew organically, buying and selling. And I got to the point where I had a really strong following. I don't know if any of you guys ever followed West Coast RC Trading Post out in Vancouver area, but that was my old shop. We dealt a lot online and kind of followed the RC recyclers kind of thing. We'd buy kits and sell them, in parts and pieces and so on. So, but now I kind of got out of all that and jumped right into a shop, and I'm kind of enjoying it a little bit more. It's a bit of a slower pace than having to hustle buying used goods all the time. That's kind of nice.
And now you got a good foothold. So now you're actually a Traxxas dealer. And which other brand do you actually carry? Traxxas, Tamiya, and what else?
Traxxas, Tamiya, RC four-wheel drive, Team Associated, MST. Geez, I think I'm missing a few. Kyosho, yes, Kyosho.
And actually, on your website, if you actually go on catalog or categories, you actually see all the little thumbnails of all the things, and that's basically at 110hobby.com. I'm going to paste it here in the chat so people can actually see it and go to it anytime they want just by clicking on the link. But the pretty easy, 110 hobby, and you do have to put the 10 there and not spell it. And you even got a place for stocking stuffers. Cool. So you got Hot Wheels, you got a bunch of different stuff.
We're still small. We're only 6 months in, but we're growing slowly. So,
well, I hope you can franchise enough and have a big business going, and have them in the U.S. eventually too.
Wow, that would be awesome. I'd love to do that.
I'd like to have one in Ohio near me.
Brad would like a lot of stuff. That's one thing with Brad. Brad would like a lot of stuff, which is cool.
Yeah, that's it.
I wish you would.
I wish I had the money. And when I used to work, I always get them after tax time. I always buy a new vehicle at tax time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was.
My time is coming.
Myself, my kids in the van said, "Oh yeah, 110 Hobbies, great place, great guy."
Cool. See, you're already starting to get your name over here, which is good.
Yeah,
thanks, guys.
I would like to see him make a business, because a lot of hobby stores shut down around where I'm at. I'm like someone to have a good business plan, and it brings in a lot of revenue, and then opens up a new one near where I live in the Cuyahoga County area.
Yeah, but it's so hard dealing and competing with online stores. Having a storefront and all that is so hard. You do have to have an inventory of stuff. People are in high demands; they want it now. So it's hard for a business to keep afloat and compete against Amazon or all those big Chinese places. You have to be available to the public, and that's one thing.
That would be part of his business. You have a brick and mortar store, and you'd still do a lot of online stuff. That's how it would work.
Well, I think there's more. There's more to it than that too. I think being a trendsetter too in your area has a lot to do with it. I think if you show interest in a specific way, whether it be trail trucks or drifting or whatever you say it is that you're into, and you create events for that, you can kind of predict your sales and have the inventory that follows that trend. And I think that being really hands-on in a business like this goes a long way. I think you can defeat the online sales by having that inventory that you're setting the trends for. Greater trends are harder, of course, to navigate, but I think mostly in the industry, it's all about what you can offer as a service that will set the trend for what RCs sell.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really important.
This way, you could specialize in none, but have everything everybody would be looking for. have every hobby known to man. Like there's a place in Ann Arbor that has a bar that you can find any beer in the world there.
Wait, did you say Ann Arbor?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I live just
my brother
10 minutes north.
My brother went to school in Ann Arbor for college, and he told me there was a bar that had every known beer known to man from everywhere.
Yeah.
So he could have a hobby shop in the United States doing that. Have stuff that we don't get in Europe, but get them from Europe we don't get here.
Yeah.
Make sure that you have things that no one can get in the United States. If you have every thing known to man in the hobby, bring it, buy the stuff to sell, and you would stay in business because you would in any country because you would have everything from anywhere.
Brad, it doesn't work that way. You have to have a market. There's no point bringing a load of stuff in that people look at online but won't go buy, because the price to bring it over from Europe to here is going to add a hell of a lot more money to the price. So you have to cater to your audience. Like, there's no point having a hobby shop with everything from Europe when people in America won't even buy it. Like, you're just going to have a hobby shop full of stuff that you want. Like, it's a business.
Yeah,
you want.
I agree. Running lean is definitely a huge factor in keeping your prices low. And I have a very small shop, so I don't have the size of a shop where I can carry everything either.
Yeah, that's the hard part right there.
Too bad. There's a property in Middleburg Heights that used to be a Sears store. There would be plenty of room for that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's just not the same anymore. Even when I was a kid, our local hobby shop closed down, and this was like long time ago when I was just a teenager at the time, but it was just a small shop. And the guy was very stern. I remember it was hard to kind of like shop because you couldn't really touch anything. That was a big problem. Yeah, I think it was called West Side Hobbies. I don't know why it was called that. I remember the plaza.
West Side Hobbies.
I don't know why I'm thinking that name. I remember exactly where it was. My friend who got me into the hobby, that's where he went. So he showed me. But then we used to go to Hobby Town because they had way more stuff, and you could like look through all the parts and find your stuff. But then they switched locations and it went farther. And then like we had one other hobby shop. I don't know if that one's still there because obviously I don't live back home anymore. So I don't know what's still around.
In another county where I live, that one's in the county called Lake County. It's in Mentors on the east side of me. And there used to be hobby towns in Strongsville, which is close to me. And, I saw that their brick and mortar stores are disappearing. And they're the only one that's left that I know of is in Mentors.
Yeah.
Well, the high rents really kill it. If you the town I lived in, GameStop couldn't even afford the real estate anymore. I know it's just expensive where I am. I know other places are different, but still, like anywhere, it's expensive to have a shop. So that I think that really that really deters a lot of it, just because the real estate to rent a shop's gonna be quite a bit of overhead for people.
Yeah, I think that if somebody has a shop close by, try as much as possible to support them. It's very important to try to support the local shop. It's not just a hobby. It's a local restaurant, a local places that are in your local gas or whatever. Once in a while, stop there and shop there, and because if you don't, they'll just go away.
Mine. He was out of what I was looking for.
Yeah, it's like there's a couple RC stores around where, like, if I go to pick my son up or if I go to the VA in Ann Arbor, there's a couple hobby shops that I try to go there and just hang for a while. It's nice to go talk to people that enjoy the same thing, and you can get the same thing and maybe only pay 5-10% more. I mean, it's really worth it sometimes to support them.
If they're that kind of shop though that you want to hang out at, that was the only thing for me. Is a lot of shops never really had a great a vibe. I think that's what, if a good shop my only thing to the shop owner here is just the communication with people. That goes a long way. People like that. Jack finds that funny.
Well,
I'm laughing at Trail Critter, what he just did. I'm laughing at you.
Oh, I thought you were laughing at me.
Nah, I'm laughing at with the sign he just put up. He's going to hit me in the head.
You know, I wish someone could afford this place or Sears went out of business by me, and they also across the parking lot they had where they used to work on cars, and that could be a place for that big store if someone chose to do that and take that part of it, the Sears repair place and for the cars, and make that into a bunch of tracks.
Yeah, unless the density is there, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's kind of a pipe dream, unfortunately. But, you know, if you didn't have to worry about money, if you're a millionaire and you just want to build a facility.
Come on, Brad, get on it.
39 people
believe
watching.
it or not.
39 people watching right now, only 30. Well, only, it's pretty good. 39 people watching, but only 15 thumbs up. What's going on, guys? We're giving it an RC here. Let's see some thumbs up.
Oh,
how about you draw it, Tank, before I fall asleep?
Oh.
Actually, it's one of the Ohio's one of the cheapest places to live in the United States. So,
Ohio
one of the top 10 cheapest to live in a lot in the country.
Can't find. Oh, there it is. I was looking for the thumbs up.
Okay. Oh, we're about up to 20, which is good.
21, I'm
guys.
seeing.
Hey, Ozboy,
Ozboy, how's it going, man? We're not going to do the giveaway until we get 500 thumbs up. So
no.
Like next week.
Friends. Get all your friends.
No?
We'll
do the giveaway soon. We'll do the giveaway soon enough. We still got time.
And then I got a clear spot.
You know, actually, Tank has a pretty good running with his channel. You know, when I jump on, there's usually a pretty good amount of people on it.
Yeah.
Even in the video section.
Cool. Oh, net
I think this is honestly my third time ever being a part of this YouTube channel, this live conversation. Actually, this is my first time talking on it, but as far as watching it, it's my third time, and it took a little bit. It was a little bit of a learning curve. I didn't really know what to expect, but I find everyone has some quality stuff to say if you stick it out. I know there's a lot of empty space in between, but I think with everyone combined and everyone's experiences in the hobby, this is a great source. Like, I think if anybody has any questions about mechanicalism and how things work or where the best place or what brands are good, this is a great source for that.
Yeah, there's a lot of experience with everybody.
Coming here.
What's this? CXRC is doing a live at the moment, is he?
Oh, Rich Harmon said Tony's doing a live right now.
Yeah, he's doing a live at the moment. Nice one, Tony.
That's why I was asking Tank in the beginning, because he said he was going to go live the night of the SMT release, and I was waiting to see if you were coming on, because I'm not sure our time difference. Makes sense.
I personally think.
Darn! Now I got to compete. Now I got to compete with Tony from CCXRC.
You can't compete. You got no chance competing with him.
He's got a big following with that conspiracy theory.
You know, you got no chance.
It's just a numbers game.
Didn't he do something on Monday about that? I thought he did something on Monday about the SMT.
Yeah, he's got his Monday live chat. Yeah.
Which he's going to move to Tuesday because of 11 Charlie. Yeah, where is Javier? He's not in here.
He was supposed to go live.
Yeah, Steph, I did mute your mic a while ago because you were drilling and you were making noise. So anytime you want to talk, just remember to unmute yourself.
Yeah. How you going, Steph?
I'm just enjoying you guys talking.
I like that one thing Javi is here. He can help his business by coming here because people know more about him and they'll see what he has in stock for them to buy if they can't find something.
What are you on anyway, Steph?
Is 11 Charlie around?
No, he's not on tonight. But what are you ranching on, Steph?
Rip with the body.
Ooh.
Oh my God, that's a Radio Shack dash.
Exactly. Actually,
I've seen people make those put with brushless motors in them and make them do like 40 miles an hour. They make them haul ass, and it's cool to watch. You know what I mean?
Just putting a 7.4 micro in it really changes it.
I mean, I've seen those do pop wheelies and just haul ass. That's a brushless setup.
Right on.
Someone had to kick Tony's ass, I think.
Sweet.
That's funny, John. That's a funny comment, mate. There's 24 hours in a day.
Hold that back up again.
Put that back up. I spotted you.
Yeah, hold that back up. That's pretty cool, man.
That's the inside of one of their cars, and people take those and they modify them. They make them haul ass. It's really
fun to watch. You changed the whole electronics, even the servo? Yeah. Okay, yeah.
What motor did you put in it?
Look at this piece here and the servo mount. I have both of these pieces on Shapeaway.
Cool.
Are you still using the worm gear system?
It doesn't use a worm gear.
I thought it had worm gear for the up front.
No, it actually has portals.
Oh yeah. And
what is a worm gear?
And it's a 540 motor in there?
No, it's a 330.
330.
But I've seen put brushless 540s in them. Those things just won't be. There's a video of one hauling ass.
540? I don't know.
I've seen people put brushless systems and make them go 30, 40 miles an hour.
The 540 is kind of big.
Yeah.
See, that's the original motor there. It's like.
Well, I've seen someone make one up with a brushless system, and I couldn't believe how fast it was.
Yeah, you have to get the 116 brushless setup. But honestly, it doesn't really need it.
Motor's bigger than the chassis.
They also were actually back in the day. They were decent crawlers too.
If you look at, I have a look up RST at Crazy RC in my list, and you'll see it crawling. It does a very good job. I mean, the low gear is really powerful.
And then they had them. We switched it to high gear, and you could really get them to move.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. It's quite surprising, actually.
Forget to plug this in.
That was a very popular model back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, here's my build so far. I'm gonna hide the body because not a lot of people saw it, but I changed the whole front suspension. So the front suspension is inside instead of being at the rear. Like
Don't be afraid to show your body, Tank.
And no, I'm not afraid to show my body. It's a nice one. And now it's extended. So this is how much I cut it.
Oh, you split it.
Yeah, because I needed 316, no, 5/8 bigger. So almost half an inch longer wheelbase.
Why did you have to do that? For the body?
For the body, yeah. So the wheelbase actually match. But I like it because now the bottom is so nice. It's a nice.
It's metal.
You got a smooth bottom there.
Countersink everything, so
nice.
Screws just sticking out.
So if it bottoms out, it'll spark.
Yeah, that's it.
Your body's in shape, Tank.
Yeah, it's in good shape. It's a pretty good shape.
Really take care of your body.
Can I show you mine? Hey,
yeah, Stefan, there's a video where someone put a brushless motor in it. It's just moving like crazy.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I mean,
how does it move, Brad? Approximately what speed?
Hell. Like a bat out of hell. That's what it looks like.
That's nuts.
YouTube.
Now,
hey, I
how
built
fast
like
is a
little snowmobile thing. Got a 900 kV brushless in it.
What is that thing? It's got a
What is
ski
that
on
thing?
it?
This is a little snow sled that I made. It's got a 900 kV Outrunner brushless in it, 3S. It's the mass set to do about 36.9. And there's a video on my YouTube about it when we were testing it out. It's pretty funny. It's fun.
And the thing looks like a trip.
This thing is great. I mean, it's just a damn. This is a shoehorn. When I had knee.
That looked like one of those noodles that go in the water.
No, it's a
You know,
shoehorn
doing
from
it.
surgery, from knee surgery.
Huh.
In the front of the blackout was all blown off from a step, so I just stuck that on there, and it works.
Nice.
Just something
I
to
like
have.
when I like when people take the toy grades and modify them to hobby grade, and like I've seen 40-mile-an-hour Nickos, and those are just it's just cool.
Yeah.
How does the one toy grade become one hobby grade, though? How does that happen?
When you put electronics in it from a hobby grade.
It took a, remember the
But then
fast
it's only 50-50. It's a I can't even think of a name.
You guys remember the fast tracks?
Yes.
I had one of those.
Yeah,
Fast track.
I had brushless in one of them.
Oh yeah. Did you
Thing
blow
was
the tracks?
insane.
Did you
Yeah,
blow
they
the
would
tracks?
fly right off.
Like they have a brushless in it. I have a new Bright that has a brushless in it.
Wow.
There was a couple people asking for the link for that video here. And is it all right if I stick it in there, Tank?
Yeah, go ahead.
You won't be able to. 'cause
Oh,
it's
you
not
might not
blue.
be able to. Here, I'll do it
It's
because
not that.
you're not an admin.
Just type something in the chat and people can go to your channel, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just search Jim Ryan, aka Pigeon Kicker.
Just
Pigeon kicker.
Jim, just put a chat. Just type in anything in the chat, and they can follow your YouTube channel with that. If you hit
That'll
those
work.
three little
All right.
balls
It's
on
up.
the
It's up
side,
there.
Oh, yeah.
and
He
then you
wants
go to
stick
channel.
it in there.
I'll see if I can find it real quick.
I just know that the Radio Shack and Nico stuff, you could easily put hobby grade stuff in it because the way they made the chassis.
Oh, easy. There's a lot of things that you could upgrade, like even from Walmart. You know.
I mean, I've seen dual motor Nicos that came out normally, and then they still keep the dual motor systems and they put high performance stuff in it to make it crawl butt. You know what I mean?
Hey, James, did you ever finish that tank? Yeah, I know you were working on a tank a while back.
I've actually got the drive system finished in it, and I've been working on the turret rotation. I've got to have a way to get the turret top off of it.
Okay.
And but so far I got the motor is up to 24 volts. So it does probably about 11, maybe 12 miles an hour, and it's got the dual proportional. So we set the blending up on the tracks, and
Cool.
got that finished. But this winter I'm going to try and finish the turret on it actually. And thank you for asking.
How fast is it going to go?
Maybe 10 or 11 at the most. 10 or 11.
There's these new RCs coming out that are coming out with 8,300 KVs, the small ones, putting 8,300 KV motors in them. And you can imagine those are going to be really fast on the small scale.
Yeah.
No, this is a 1/6 scale tank. It's 4.5 feet.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
it's
a big
big.
It's a big tank.
Sort of what RC Sparks did with that guy. He had a tank that was that big.
Yep, exactly. But they had the metal version. This one's the static model, and I've been retrofitting it. I used 2 motors out of the power wheels from the kids have, and just screwed them into the sides so that the tracks, I could mount the hubs for the tracks right onto those motors.
I seen power wheels do over 20 miles an hour with kids in them. So
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
You run those on 24 volt, they go pretty good.
All right. So Wrenching on Cars asked a question. Said, "Hey everybody, what would you folks consider would be a good starter rig for trailing?" I asked, as there's so many of them on the market. What would you? I would say a good starter rig, probably an SEX 10.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
No, or
I would actually start
a Gen 7 or a Gen 8. So bad.
One thing I like looking into a starter rig is if you're with a group of people, try to get the same brand as what they have, because it helps for parts. So if a part break, you can trade and exchange parts and all that. It's easier. If you have nobody close to you, buy whatever your heart contents, whatever the nicest one and whatever fits your budget.
Yeah, that's a great point, Tank. Yeah. That way you
also,
can share
You gotta
parts.
find one that's easy to work on.
Also, what's available at a local shop too, if that's your preferred way of shopping. I know I don't carry every brand, so I try and encourage. Well, I mean, I educate everyone on all RCs, but you know, the ones I have, it's good to be able to grab them at the local store.
I just bought a new starter kit. I just bought a VS 410.
Yeah, that's a nice starter kit. Yes, that's right. No,
You know what?
The Scale Bros starter kit.
Yeah.
You know what I think is
I've actually found that a lot of the mom and pop stores, you know, especially around me, they actually, if they don't have a lot of room, they actually carry the ones and they rotate their stock so that they actually carry, you know, what's going to be sold or what's being sold. So, you know,
Yeah.
that's a big part of it too, is keeping things kind of fresh and new.
Yeah.
If someone was just starting out in the hobby, I would tell them to get a grasshopper because it's a very easy kit to put together.
Oh my God, shocking. Yeah,
I
I would
think,
go with a trail honcho is a pretty good choice. Axial's pretty solid in my mind.
yeah, Axial has pretty good parts. I just bought a Gen 8 for my son, and he loves it, and it hasn't broken down. So that's another nice kit that they have, and it's nice.
Good price point on that too, Tank.
Yeah, good price point. Swampers RC, I shop online, so I get what I like. True.
You're
I
gonna
think
do
Trail Critter RC wanted to show something.
Oh, I just got a toy RC truck out because Stefan had one.
Yeah, put it up. Show us.
Put it up.
Yeah.
It's covered in dust.
Present
Do you
to
have
old
one for
man.
me? You have a nice hat on. So.
That is Nico.
That's my Radio Shack.
Oh,
That's cool.
Yeah. I don't do anything with it. It just sits and
Radio Shack. Those are
takes
long
up
gone.
space.
Nico made those too.
Yeah, Nico made Radio Shack. Yeah.
An old Radio Shack Porsche that runs on four C batteries and 2 9-volts.
It has 2 motors in it. It might race the Clodbuster.
Oh, what's that, James?
Ooh.
What's that one?
It's a Radio Shack body on the TL01.
There's a guy.
Did it come with that on the front?
What's that?
Did it come with that on the front, like that?
No, it's a TL01. The body's too short.
Oh, okay.
I had a TL01. I loved it. Mine was an on-road car, though.
That's the kind of stuff that I like to see and do is put stuff where it's not made to go. You know, like just like the Slash. It's got an axial SCX10 body that I put on it, and it fits perfect. Just put.
You guys ever see this one?
Whoa,
that's neat.
It looks well detailed too.
I tell you what,
it's a sound machine.
Yeah. It's also an old Radio Shack.
That's a nice body, actually. That's a nice body.
Yeah, like New Bright makes really good bodies that people love on their hobby cars.
Yeah. Have you seen the new RGT, the new Jeep from RGT? It actually looks pretty nice.
Can't say I have.
Yeah.
I got a question. Does any of you guys have any experience with Horizon Hobby? Because I pre-ordered. Do they charge you when you pre-order right when you make the pre-order, or when they ship it to you? Because I've heard that they don't charge you till it ships on their pre-orders.
Yeah, they said ships there, mate. Sounded like something else.
A lot of times when you pre-order it, you get it cheaper too. Sometimes you can.
Because I was just curious, because I pre-ordered and I haven't seen the charge yet. So
no, they don't charge it until it actually goes through and is purchased and shipped.
Because when I pre-order off of A-Main, it charges me right away. So I pay, and then I still have to wait for it. I don't really like paying and waiting. I'd rather just give them my info, and then when they get it, they charge me and ship when they ship it to me, you know?
Okay.
I guess that would depend on their method of operation.
Yeah.
Hey, Brad, now would be a good time to go watch the video, I think.
What video?
The live video would be a good time for you to get off and go comment on the live video. I think it would be a good time for you to go. I really like for you to go. I
Hint,
really like
hint, Brad. Hint, hint.
Thank you going to say.
You're done. You're getting rid of him.
No,
Yeah.
Brad can't comment in the chat at the same time as watching video, so Tank
He's
is
on his phone, is he?
get up the video and go and chat. In other words, he's getting ready to do the draw.
Tank's hinting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Brad, get out.
You can come back in later. And
Yeah.
then we can actually do the draw if you want to do the draw.
Can't talk because he's doing it right now.
But he didn't mute I guess he just tried to flip the page. I don't know what he's done, but
He might have minimized it.
yeah. So
See,
guys,
I made a spot on my shelf. That's what I did.
now would be a good time to actually go comment on the video because we're going to do a draw soon and I'm going to be picking some names. There's 41 people watching right now, which is pretty good. Thank you very much for popping in here. It's really appreciated. And let's go see the truck that we're going to give away again.
Where are we commenting in the chat box?
Who's commenting?
Where are we commenting?
Oh, yeah, Brad.
Just in the ring.
Anywhere on the comment where the live comments are right now.
Okay.
So this is what we're giving away. 110 hobbies
Sorry.
Is this just for America and Canada?
Where are you, Jack?
Only for America and
Australia.
Canada, yes.
Yeah, it's not for Australia.
I'm out of it as usual, yeah?
Yeah, you're out of it. Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry, Doug.
I'm going to take all the names and I'm going to pop them in here into
No
the
point
random
even
name
commenting.
picker.
So what are the Canadians on your chat if it's Americans only?
No, there's Canadian there. I see them.
Hey.
I got the other one. I got the white one right here. Look at
Oh yeah.
a good matching
Cool.
set. Pick me.
Well, did you comment?
Yes, I put a thumbs up in there.
Okay, then you should show up.
Woo! All right, thank you.
Participant. Oh my God! Look at all those comments. There's Van City. There's a whole bunch of them. I haven't commented in a bit, so I should not be in there. But if I am, I'll just remove myself. So I'm selecting the names right now, and I'm gonna paste them here. Paste. So this is done live. Oh, there's my name. I'm gonna remove myself so people don't say.
Yeah. Conflict of interest. Again.
Yeah.
Okay, I see my name.
So there's a lot of names here. All Outdoor CX Omatics, Bill Craig, Brad Kalman, Brick and Silence Bucks, Frank Tretier there. Hey, Francois, how you doing?
You should put my name in because if my name gets drawn out, I can pick someone.
Hey, wait, I don't see me there. Oh.
No, just hold on.
I'll hold it for you, Jack, and then you can come to the States.
I'm not worried, mate. I always opt out of giveaways anyway.
Steve.
Even if they send them to Australia, I always opt out.
In Dan City. So, Jack, you are not in there.
Oh,
Put
I'm
me
not
in
there either.
Put me in, and if you draw my name out, I'll pick someone.
Okay, so you'll pick someone to win it. So go there and do a comment.
Hey, Tank, I wasn't in there either.
Can you unshare the screen because I got a full screen? I can't even get out of here.
Yeah, I hate that.
I can't even get out of this.
Okay, hold on. Here, now try.
I'll just put hi. And if my name comes out, I'll pick someone, right? And
So
I've got no one here
that's in the US or Canada.
Yeah, but I'm
No
not
one's your
favouring
favorite?
anyone. Everyone's equal in the chat to me, so I don't favour anyone.
Okay. Participant, control all, copy.
No, I
got Tony in the
that
chat.
would be a good
Who's in
idea.
chat
How you
now?
going, Tony?
BCXRC.
Hey, Donnie.
Okay. So we'll go through the names again. And somebody said he didn't see his name.
James Ryan. Jim
James
Ryan.
Ryan.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
His name there?
We'll take out participant out of there. He doesn't need to be there. Okay,
You put
Aaron
in-
all
you
out.
put in Tony in there?
Exomatics, Ankle.
Tony's come
Tony
just
should be
in
there.
time
There's
for the
CCX.
giveaway, is he?
Tony's in there. He commented.
There
I
it
wouldn't
is.
put him in. Don't put him in. He wasn't
Jim
against
Ryan's
the
there.
There now.
Jim Marcy. Mario Metz
Hey, don't
modify. So outsource RC. So all the names are there. Swampers, Van City.
Is Bucks
Okay.
RC Will?
You guys ready?
Is Bucks in there?
Yeah, Bucks is there. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my horrible
Okay.
drum.
All right, I picked my name.
So you guys see this random picker name?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
going to see all your names here. And the final name that's going to be there is the guy that's going to win it. Okay. Paul, you go. You say go, Paul.
Fire away, buddy.
There we go.
Done, you
Names
Paul.
are
Good
flying
luck,
by.
everybody.
The winner is
Breaking
Breaking
Silence.
Silence.
Ooh. He was only in there a couple of chats. Well done, mate. Good on your Breaking
Bravo.
Silence. Congrats.
Congratulations, man.
So
Congrats.
Breaking Silence. Send me a email at
Is he still in the chat?
thetankrc@gmail,
Because I
and
think
I'll
he-
make sure that Paul gets all your coordinates. tankrc@gmail.
Great giveaway, guys. Good job.
Yeah, he only said a couple of things in the chat. Is he still in here?
Silence
I think
isn't
so.
his name.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
was.
know, but I think he was saying Merry Christmas.
Isn't a present to win.
No, he didn't say much.
I lost, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Breaking Silence won.
I never win this.
Tank Outsourced RC says he has something to say after the drawing, so let's wait and see what he's got to say when we're done here. Just
Okay.
before I forget, because now it's lost in the chat here.
Breaking Silence even still on?
I don't
Well,
know. I'm trying to make him talk or say something.
Rich said he's too busy doing backflips.
He fell out of his chair and hurt himself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Outsourced. Never mind. I see.
Yeah, he's
I'll-
there.
Outsourced RC said, I've got something to say to Tony.
Yeah, I see.
Tony
that
just
now.
wrote,
So who won, Frank?
so
Chat goes
Breaking
quick with
Silence.
48 people.
You got 48 hours, Breaking Silence, to send me an email. Hopefully you'll send me an email. If not, we'll try to get a hold of you somehow. But we want to get this out and shipped as soon as possible. So
Breaking Silence.
if we don't hear from you, we might have to pick somebody else. So Breaking, oh, he did comment.
And
There
that's
he
it.
is.
He's
Breaking
in the
Silence,
chat.
I'm
Hank.
here.
He's in the chat.
Right.
So,
yeah, he said, I'm here.
Another dash.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I never win those things.
oh, well, maybe next time.
When is that?
I don't know. I'm not a giveaway channel, so Breaking Silence, I just put my email there, thetankrc@gmail.com. Send me an email and I'll make sure to forward it to Paul. Put your shipping address and all that. And guys, don't send me an email if you're not Breaking Silence and fake that you are Breaking Silence. That's not a nice thing to do.
Go and email him now, Breaking Silence, and be safe, mate. Then he can take his link down.
Someone better not be tricking you for over $120 kit.
So Breaking Silence, you won. Congratulations.
You got a lot of dashes, huh, Stefan?
I have 4 of them, actually.
And you're gonna modify them all for different things?
Yep.
One for speed, one for crawling, and what else?
Actually, this one here has Tamiya wheels on it.
So is that one gonna be for speed or crawling?
For for show mostly.
Oh,
For
It's
sure.
gonna be running, but
You should
Mostly
make it
for
haul
look.
ass.
those almost look
Now-
like whatchamacallit tires from their Argonaut or whatever.
the tires and rims are for TLT1.
Uh-huh.
Cool. How much does it cost if somebody, Steph, if somebody wanted to do this, find an old Radio Shack and wanted to actually make it mobile? How much money does somebody have to throw in there to make it usable again?
Well, it all depends. I usually have used stuff that I have laying around, like an old servo.
Okay, but let's say somebody does not have the stuff. He finds a car, so he needs a transmitter, he needs a receiver, he needs an ESC, he needs a servo.
Yeah, you need all the electronics except for the motor. You need a battery. Hold on.
Are you gonna make one a brushless one?
At some point, yeah.
G'day,
So
Ken.
basically, this is one of the batteries that fits really well.
Okay.
It's basically
That's
a
a lipo,
2000.
right?
Yeah, it's a 2S 2000 milliamp. You don't have to change the motor because the motor can take it. If you want to go 3S, obviously you need to change the motor. Probably go brushless would be a good idea. But yeah, you need all the
NRC.
electronics.
So
So all the electronics and some time, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you,
Cool.
do you have any Nikos?
Uh,
G'day,
I've had
Rob.
some in the past. I modified a Nico Super Stomper. That's the 4-wheel drive one with dual motors in the back.
Yeah.
I actually sold that one not too long ago.
Nico was my favorite toy brand.
Oh, yeah,
Nico,
yeah,
yeah,
that's some really
cool.
cool ones.
Too bad they're out of business.
They had put out some hobby grade stuff at one point.
Yes, they did. Back in the 90s. They had some
Yeah.
belt-driven four-wheel
Oh, yeah.
drives that you could build.
Hey,
Yeah,
Brad,
And one of them
Kelman.
was called the Dash.
Brad,
Cool.
Brad,
They had the
are you gonna hear me?
Tony wants to
competitor
give
for
Brad
the
something.
959.
Hey, Brad,
Yes.
go do some backflips because Tony just gave you a free RC.
Yeah,
No
Oh,
one
ho,
gave
ho.
me, you gave me a free RC.
yeah.
Tony,
Tony
C6 RC.
In the chat.
In the
Mm.
chat, I think Tony's wants to give you an
Yeah, the
RC.
144001. They're pretty
When?
cool, those things.
The wheel and toys, the one. It's
Don't
I know
have
that.
toys, is it?
I know that. He wants to give me that really nice WL Toys one, which is actually probably their best vehicle now.
yeah, he wants to give you that.
Mm.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, he says, Brad Kalman, I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up with a 144001 WL Toys after I'm done reviewing it. Merry Christmas.
I don't know
Thank
why
you.
they come
Thank
out-
you, Tony. I
don't know
very
why
much
they come out with
appreciate
these
it.
numbers, man. Why do they come out with these numbers instead of just a model? maybe?
I know, yeah.
Cool.
Well,
Tell
just
Frank, can you pass
numbers.
on, or Tony, can you ask Tony to pass it on to my email so we can discuss?
Yeah,
How to
I'll,
send it.
I'll send him your email. So
All right.
thank you.
What was the one on tracks you had, Stefan?
That was the
Just
fast
let
track.
let me finish doing what I'm doing real quick, and then we can talk
Is
about
your
that.
leg and
I
bad,
just want
mate?
to take this opportunity to thank 110 Hobbies for the RC that he's getting out. So guys, check 110hobbies.com. He just gave out this RC, and me and him are going to be paying the shipping to the US because I think Break and Silence in the US. I think I'm not sure. And Break and Silence was the winner for this. So thank you very much, Paul. And here's what Paul
Good on
looks
you,
like.
Paul. Champion.
So
Next
good on
time,
ya.
do one for
Thank you very
Australia, brother.
much. Really appreciate it. And now I'm gonna find the Double Toys truck show. Brad.
Shit. Dio part. Yeah, they do, mate. They're all numbers, mate.
So it's a buggy.
Is that fast tracks?
I'll take this chance.
That's
there,
crap.
inside. Oh,
Does
Yeah.
that use dual motors? That uses dual motors, doesn't it?
Yeah, they use 2 motors. But this is the small one.
That's kind of cool.
Oh, that's the, I had the bigger one.
Yeah,
A
the
lot of
bigger
people
one
like
is
the Tyco
the.
stuff too.
Yeah.
That is a
That's-
Tyco.
Yeah.
That was
But on my channel, I have the bigger one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they had a bigger one
that was a fun
and a
little one.
smaller one.
Cool.
I think they even had one smaller than that.
Well, that's not what she said.
Well, they have the bandit.
And
They have
since
the
it's the
bandit
season
one,
of giving, here's the RC that Tony is offering.
And they're pretty cool,
Probably
these
about
things.
$100
Amazing how
US.
fast they are.
My fast car.
I mean,
Yeah, it
I'm
looks nice.
surprised how fast they go. They're pretty cool.
That's going
I
to be a
think they're
fast
30
little car.
plus, 30 to 40.
I think RC Voodoo actually put a 3S and run it on a 3S.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
there's a
did.
few that have done that. No, there's a few.
Brad,
A
you
lot
gonna
of people
put your
say that's
videos
the
back up?
best WL toys out there.
Brad. Are you,
Well,
are
now
you
it's
gonna,
yours.
are you gonna put
Yes.
your videos back up, Brad?
And I
Actually,
think
pretty
Tony
cool.
again.
Yeah, we're making a lot of videos of that.
That it hit 30 on 2S.
Hmm.
Yeah,
They're pretty
so
cool.
Yeah.
it's that far out of the
And
box.
they go pretty straight too. They're not too bad.
They're durable too. I heard. I for all the cars
The
that they
best
produce,
RC of the
they say
100
that one is
off-road.
the best one. It's the highest quality too.
Yeah, it's supposed to support 3S, but it runs very well on 2S. Little
That's
car,
a
big
Nico
motor.
Jeep, is it not?
What? I wasn't listening. What were you saying?
They look like a Nico Jeep that he has. I said that also
Really?
the WL toys.
So Tony said it hits 30 on 2S. It's the best RC under $100 I've run.
Yeah, it's $86 US.
Steve,
Oh man.
There, I'll take the
All the video
chance right
shack
there
tracks.
to there's this thing.
You need to put some sand tires on there so you can go through the snow really good.
Oh, I do. I'm looking for some. I'm trying to get
Yeah.
like a $30 set or $20 set on eBay or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
put
Hey, maybe I can go to the sponsors website. That's what I'll do.
go
Yeah,
go to
110
110
Hobbies.
Hobbies and see what he has for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That'll
Is
work.
he still in the chat? I hope. No, he left.
Yeah. I'm not sure where Paul went. I know he disconnected. I know where he went.
Too bad.
To the ether.
That's
The
a nice
band.
small
That's
one.
a well-loved vehicle from people's childhood.
But this is the micro bandit. Look how small it is.
Yeah. That and the buggy that they made like that, they
The
were
turbo
capable
hopper.
of doing what, like 18 miles an hour?
That was the turbo hopper.
Yeah, the turbo hopper, they were able to do 200 miles. They were able to do 18 miles an hour.
Yeah, but they went through batteries like crazy.
I've seen so many people restore those and modify those, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I got a bunch of really great stuff on my channel.
Hey, Stefan,
well-
you should try to find one of the
Hey,
Nico
what's up?
hobby grade ones.
Another
Buzz?
one.
Yeah,
Everyone's got these.
Buzzsaw.
Another new brought.
that's a good old one.
Yeah. I got it for
Yeah,
the
just-
body.
I
I
have to
never
do
did
like
anything
the
with it.
brushless motor they came with.
That big
Just
old bumper
Vintage
on
Day
that.
or something?
Yeah.
Vintage Day. Everybody's coming out with old trucks.
Old
Yeah,
truck.
it's awesome.
Yeah, my new Bright has the big bumper on it. It's capable of doing 20, 23 miles an hour.
I
Cool.
got an old Tamiya Hornet that hanging back here too.
Hey, you
My
know what?
Hornet was my first one.
The brushless one that I have, it also has ball bearings and metal gears.
All right, guys, I'm actually gonna call it a night. Gotta go and wrap freaking.
All right.
Thank
Bye,
you,
Sean.
Okay,
Sean.
Sean. One Sean leaves, another Sean joins.
Yeah.
I
Sean
guess.
just came in, so Sean's leaving.
Hey, Sean.
That's
DJ
it.
STRC.
So
How you
we
doing?
can't have Jones on at the same time, like it just confused everyone. So
Yeah.
Not with the way he has it after his own
at least he
name.
spells it the proper way. Anyway, that's the main thing. He spells Sean the proper way.
Yeah, but
That's
we
all,
know S.
that's all that matters.
That's the Irish way, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's all that matters.
Maybe he's Irish, got Irish in his background.
You
know.
never know.
See you, Steve.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Sean. We never
Don't forget to leave a
brother.
thumbs up, guys. Leave a thumbs up on your way out or on your way in.
Right, Jack, good game on Saturday. Don't
Oh,
miss.
yeah. Yeah,
don't-
and so was the other night as well.
Yeah. We're lucky though.
Oh, yeah, but doesn't matter. We're still good.
Yeah, I know. A win's a win, you know.
That's it.
All right, you'll never walk alone, Jack.
That's it, mate. That's the way it goes.
That's it.
There, brother.
There he is.
Yeah. Okay, now Sean, since the other Sean is gone, you can speak. Now we won't be mixed up.
First of all, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say hello, Steve. If I don't talk to you, Merry Christmas, brother.
We should turn around and change my name, maybe Sean number 2 or something.
Yeah, Sean too.
I'll see
That's
him in
what
there.
down.
Is Steve doing? Are you doing a chat tomorrow night, Steve? Is he doing a live tomorrow night, or is he not too well?
Yeah, it depends how he feels.
Yeah, he's not too well at the moment. I'll probably, if he sends me an email, I'll jump in. Yeah, thanks very much, Tony. I knew you were going to do that. That's why I opened my mouth. Geez, you're smart.
Thank you very much, Tony. $10
You're
for
smart.
Jack.
Give,
for
you Merry Christmas to me, and you give him $10, and you give him $10, and US $10 as well.
I appreciate the support. Thank you very much. I'll make sure I tell Jack a lot Merry Christmas. Every time I tell Jack Merry Christmas, it's probably going to be $1 to you. Jack.
Nah.
So Merry Christmas, Jack.
Tony does that all the time just to stir me up. I know how Tony works. Don't worry about that.
And I noticed that some.
We are.
I know how he works.
And thanks, Paul, from 110 Hobby. He actually gave some money also a little while ago. So thank you for the super chat.
I saw it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And Merry Christmas, Jack.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, Jack.
Does Santa even go down to Australia?
It's a summer. It's funny. It's a summer month there for them. So
summer.
Christmas
you don't want to be
falls
here today. You
month.
don't want to be here today, mate. I'll tell you, it's 40. It's going to hit. Well, it's 43. It's going to hit 44.
Oh, come on. I'm in the U.S. That sounds like nothing to me.
No,
I'm confused.
No, that's Celsius, not
yeah,
Fahrenheit.
that's a.
I'll
So what is that
Google,
like?
Let me Google it.
32 is 0 Celsius.
Yes.
It's minus 15 here.
Yeah.
It's in the 30s here, where I am at. But I know it's got to be
111.2.
Woo, that's like Death Valley temperatures,
Oh,
Jack.
it's in the hundreds.
It is.
It's
It is
crazy.
like Death Valley.
How much
That's
was it?
in the city. That's in the city. Out in the country, it's worse.
Wow, that is brutal.
110? What temperature, Jack? In Fahrenheit?
Santa gets to
Banana
Australia
hammock
wearing his
husband.
banana hammock. Yeah. Hey, more than that here, I'll tell you. No, but that's in the city. Out in the country, you're looking at 50 plus.
So you're around 110, 115 degrees?
Yep.
Wow.
That's in the city. I'm in the city, so if you go out to the country, it's more.
And,
You could
and we
cook
have
an
a
egg
ho
on the
ho ho
sidewalk.
from Axio.
Yeah, if you chuck a couple of eggs in a frying pan, just stick it outside, mate, it'd be fried.
I love it when you come here, Jack. I love it when you come here because I think people know that you hate Super Chat, and people just keep giving Super Chat because it just gets you riled up. I just like
Riled
to thank
up?
you for coming in, Jack.
No, I know
because-
Tony's. I'm always bantering with Tony anyway. It doesn't really matter.
Merry Christmas, Jack, and ho ho ho.
Yeah, don't get too greedy, Tank. I'll start
What
on
do you mean?
Yeah, hey, Jack.
Shin. Yeah, that's
It's going to be a very scorching
that's
summer.
even too hot for the snakes to come out. Well, they're the fools giving you money.
They're
Well,
supporting the
that's making
channel,
hot.
Jack.
That sauce. Yep,
Oh.
I did that. There you go, another $10.
Yeah, but he put one.
I'm off the leave.
Outsource RC beat everybody by 1 penny. By 1 penny, he beat everybody. Yep, he did that.
I can't believe they're picking on you of all people.
Terrible.
Very terrible.
I'm the one who usually is picked on, not Jack.
So, Sean, do you have
Yeah,
that truck with
But
you? Do
Brad,
you have
there's
that
a difference.
SCX 10-2
There's a
build with you
difference
so you can
between
show it
you
off,
and
Sean?
me. I can take it.
There is
It's
a very
at
big
Great
difference
Hobbies
between
right
you
now.
and me, Jack.
Okay.
No, I can
But
take
we
it,
still
Brad.
love the
That's the
hobby.
difference.
That's where we come together, man.
Yeah, it's a big happy family. We're all together. Maybe I should start a fund to get tank to Australia and meet Jack. Maybe that's what I should do.
Yeah, right.
During the summer, Frank, you want to be there.
Get your buddy there, Mr. CCXRC.
There's a war
do it.
here.
He'll do it.
Yeah,
He'll do it.
Tony and me go over there and do a video with Jack about PVR, like not PVR,
the hell?
do an onboard camera and like
really?
FPV.
Yeah, FPV, yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm top to O2.
I think to save his head.
Are we auctioning something off here?
No.
RC propaganda
I
is
believe
not
Jack
up to
would be happy if you guys
$10.02.
went out there to him.
Yeah, put we're auctioning something off. The biggest banner. Go ahead and put a number in higher than $10.02.
Okay, are you supplying that banner?
Someone should send Frank and Tony super chat money so they can go to Australia.
There you go.
There's a worthwhile expense, Jack. They get the money to go see you.
Well, Tony was, I think a couple of years ago, Tony was going to come to Australia, but someone beat him to it at his work.
Oh, yeah?
Otherwise, I would have caught up with him if he came here, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I'd buy him a beer.
Hey, Jack.
I'd buy you a beer. I'd buy you 2 beers if I went out there.
Yeah, of course you would.
Hey,
I'd
Jack.
make sure of that, old man.
Hey,
Well,
Jack,
tomorrow's Friday. It's a good night for a beer.
It's Friday already here, brother. It's 2:48 p.m. here Friday. I'm always in the future, remember?
Wow, he's even futuristic.
He's heading to the UK. Well, there's plenty of UK people, in RC. You can meet up with them. They'll buy you heaps of beers over there. Geez, they can drink.
Hey, Jack,
Have like
even though
one beer.
Hey, Jack, even though it's in New Zealand, did you see the volcano erupting from Australia?
Yeah, they Australians died in that.
Yeah, I heard. But could you see it from your continent, the New Zealand?
No, it's too far. It's a 3-hour plane trip. It's a 3-hour plane trip across the Tasman, but it's just too far to see that.
Oh, 3-hour plane trip. That's fine.
Yeah, it's just.
It's only like 5 across America from Cali to East Coast.
What's it?
All right, guys, I'm gonna go.
Hey, thanks for showing us the trucks, man.
Happy holidays to you all.
Hey, Stefan.
Hey, thanks for sharing your trucks with us, man. That was pretty cool.
We want to see the videos of them running fast.
Just watch the videos. Watch my videos and figure out
No way.
What was that?
See ya.
You got talked over.
Have a great night.
See ya. Thanks.
See ya. I'm an hour in front of you, Jack. As happy hourly ends for us. No, you're not. How could you be an hour in front of me? You're in Wales.
Yeah.
Not an hour in front of me.
Has anybody else been looking into those 4-stroke real nitro motors or anything that they've been coming out with lately?
4-stroke? No, never seen it.
Well, we're 4-cylinder, not necessarily 4-stroke, but the bigger, multi-cylinder nitro motors. I've been kind of keeping an eye on them for a project, and
those I forgot what they're called. They start with a T. The name of those little 4-strokes that are 1. They say they also make ones that are higher than that in pistons. But people are taking old like 1/8 scale electric crawlers and putting the motors in them and making them run off that little motor, which you could make it air cooled or you can make it liquid cooled. And it's 4 strokes.
Yeah.
It's cool to watch.
I know a little something about 4 strokes.
Yeah, they're also very good. They're very realistic looking motors because they're based off the way things look on a motor, on an engine.
Yeah, I've been just wanting to find something, new to tinker with. You know what I mean?
I hear those engines are not that cheap either.
No, they're for a multi-cylinder, $500 for a decent, little kit.
Yeah, they say it'll also work on a regular gas as well as nitro.
Some of them, yeah.
The Rich Hyman, Merry Christmas, mate.
Yeah, those motors are getting popular since they just started because a lot of people have actually done that already to an electric car and put one of those in there.
There was a video I just watched on YouTube. There was a guy trying to put a 4-cylinder one into an old military 6x, and he couldn't get the flywheel down in between the frame rail. It was hitting on the flywheel. So he put a shout out of any ways to try and fix it. So instead of notching out the aluminum frame and all that on the thing, and I guess it's got a reverse and 2 speeds that he can shift. So I think that's going to turn out pretty cool on that one.
Yeah, well, the Australia dude took the single piston one and from an electric 1/8 scale monster truck based after a Range Rover or Land Rover, and he put it in there, and it works. He got it to work. He didn't know how it was going to, but he got it to work and sit in there just fine with the hood down.
Right on.
Got Earl RC in the chat. How's it going, Earl?
Hey, Earl, how you doing?
Hey, Alvin. Yeah. The Australian dude, I think, was the first to actually take those engines and do that.
Yeah, it was a couple last year or earlier this year or something. It was about a year ago, I think, that he did that. I do think it was like a little box truck or something. I think
it was a Land Rover like the Australian dude did.
I don't know.
It was a Land Rover, like the 110 Land Rover.
Okay, I might have seen it. I might not have. I watch a lot of YouTube stuff.
He even took the top of the engine apart so you could see the push rods on there and the valves that would open it up.
So it's
valve cover.
Yeah.
So it's the end of the year, and everyone's starting to make their list. What do you got? What's the best RC release you think of the year? Seeing how it's so close to the end with Axial bringing out the monster truck at the end. If you could only get one of the new trucks that came out this year, what would you guys grab?
I have to know the whole list that came out this year, then I can tell you that.
Well, let's just go out of the ones that you've seen, Brad. I'm sure you can come up with something. There's a lot of trucks out. I'm sure you've seen
I'm getting one of them. I'm getting one from Tony for Christmas.
All right, well, that's cool. WL for you.
Yeah.
I would have to probably go with, if I wasn't paying for it, I think I'd take the 8S Creighton. I don't think I could spend the money, but if I could take it, I'd grab one of those. It's pretty sweet.
That's a bad truck.
There's only one place in my house I could put that thing.
Yeah, it'd be hard to drive because it's so big. That's part and store. That's part of my reasoning and not getting one.
I've seen
as much as I would like it.
6 in white.
That's a good idea for next week. Next week, I think that's what we'll do. Think about what was the best RC for this year, your top 10 or your top 5, and let's do a top 5 list from every one of you and just come up with which one was the best for you guys. We should do that next week.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, Tank. I already got a list going because I was brainstorming. You always see the end of the year list, and I'm not really that into it. But I was like, yeah, you know what?
But you know what? Frank's one in the background is one of my favorites because completely new chassis, and Tamiya, and I love Tamiyas.
Cool. Yeah, there was we were spoiled in RC this year, huh, guys? We got a lot of cool stuff.
Tamiya actually came out with more new cars than ever before this year, I think.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to get those lists sharpened up. I'll have to wait till we discuss
Hey Tank,
that.
when you said top 5 of what you've experienced, do you mean that we've had personally, or
No.
what we've seen, or
To me, the top one I find that kind of is revolution, is kind of a cool, is the Raminator.
yeah?
And I
Oh,
believe
Yeah.
that's
another hard one to score.
that's the biggest one I find. It not because of its size, but it's just because it's so cool to see a big truck like that being sold and marketed. It's awesome.
Yeah,
But
it's
no, it doesn't
the
have to be.
big too. Those
does-
Raminators, those big trucks aren't they're great big huge things, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they do 30 miles an hour if you want them to.
yeah, and I think the guy made some by hand each one, or am I wrong with that?
well, he machines everything. Yeah, they machine all the parts, and then he sells them off, and you get it as
Yeah,
a kit.
that's what I was meaning. It's pretty much handmade. Yeah.
You know that the Creighton, someone already has gotten it to do over 100 miles an hour now.
Holy smokes.
I can't believe someone got that Creighton to do over 100 miles an hour. That's gonna kill someone.
That's hauling ass.
It
fifth scale
is, and to me, it's somebody that takes an RC and tries to go as fast as they can with it is, to me, that's just my own thing. It's kind of a waste of.
Man, I still got my sign.
You have your what? Oh, you have your sign.
Jack's back.
Philip Jolly, man, he's one of the people to follow as far as and what's his name from Australia? His last name starts with an MC, so Mick Stewart, or Stewart has that does that with the Tamiyas. He's gotten them to do over 116 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a thing for it. It's just to prove that it can be done, and that's what's just more amazing about it, Frank. You got to look at it that way. That
Well,
you can get an RC car to go that fast.
It's kind of a different breed of RC guys too. I mean, some people like I'm sure Tank is, and a lot of us, some people like to go to the track, and that's pretty much all they'll do. They won't risk taking it out into the woods or something like that, and then there's people that just want to go straight as fast as they can,
Well,
like that.
one thing I like about some of the tracks, what they're doing now, which is nice, they're doing a stock class. So you go buy a Tamiya, you put it, take it out of the box or build it, just put bearings in it, but keep the ESC and the motor stock and just run it. I love that they're doing that because that's more budget conscious, and I think it's going to get more people into the hobby compared to buying a kit that's a $400, and by the time you're finished with it, it's $800, and you still lose a race. Like, you got to start somewhere, and I think a starter kit that's a stock kit from anybody is an awesome way to start racing, and I wish they did that.
Yeah, that would be sweet. I wish my track would have did that.
They have those 1/14 scale trucks that they race in Europe. They're doing that with those.
Yeah, that's what started it over here, and now
And a
they're
lot of
thinking
people
of
like
doing
those trucks.
another class that's open, so which is cool.
Yeah,
So,
look what Net Cruiser does. He does that.
yeah, and that's exactly at that track. Net Cruiser is 30 minutes from me, not even.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize you guys were so close. Yeah, the stock only class would be really good, like just with tuning, with whatever restrictions you want to come up with as far as tuning, maybe no weights or anything like that, adding or anything like that. But that would be good. Like, if my track would have had that, I know for sure I would have stayed around more, because to kind of hang with the big boys and be competitive, I would have had to get a buggy and learn how to do that rather than just racing the cheap Slash just for fun.
Yeah.
You know what? I think in those classes with the stock, I think you're allowed to change the gearing though.
Yeah, there's
opinion size.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know what they mean by stock. I mean, it depends how strict you want to get. I mean, I guess it's up to the track, but I'd like it to be pretty stock. The more competitive, the better,
Stock tires, gears,
but-
gear
The
ratios,
only
stuff like
upgradable thing is ball bearings because I know it's better for the vehicle.
ball bearings aren't stock.
Yeah, but they allow ball bearings in those races.
I know it.
It's a worthwhile. It makes things run smoother, and there's a less chance of making something overheat.
It does. I mean, those nylon bushings, they wear out after 10 or 15 runs or 20 runs. You know, you
Well,
gotta
actually,
look at them.
my first run with my first Hornet, that was my first car. I ran it so fast that the first time out of the box, it fused those to the gearbox. It fused the gearbox to the gearbox, the gears to the gearbox. I had to get a whole new rear end. Yeah, I remember that, and I'm like, no way is this ever going to happen to me again. I have to have ball bearings every time I get a kit.
Yeah,
it is the most important upgrade you could do.
Yeah, Lemon Charlie.
Yeah, like Net Cruiser is saying, it's they've opened it up. It's actually official now for the TT01, TT02 race. It says it's a box stock TT01 or TT02. No R, S, or D models. So you can't have the R, the S, or the D models. It has to be
The bottom of the line model.
Yeah. With stock gearing, stock shocks, and bearings, and a USGT gravity RC tires. So the only thing they're changing on it is the tires.
Tires and ball bearings.
Yeah, the bearings too.
add bearings and add USGT tires.
Yeah.
So
And you're ready to race, which
those
is
are the
nice
figure ones,
because
right?
because you can get a $200 kit easy in Canada. It's a $200 kit, and you're ready to go to race. Your receiver you got, and you're ready. Like, to me, it's a bonus for me, and especially with my son. I'm going to get 2 kits, buy 2 trucks or whatever, and get my son in there, and let's go start racing. I already have my little module for racing, which I've had it for 3 or 4 years, and they work. So.
You mean the MyLabs?
Yeah, the
There's
MyLab. Yeah, MyLabs.
What's going to be really hard for those races to get things to really work well is if you've got to really fiddle with the friction dampers to make them work to their most optimum ability.
Brad, I don't care. I put the car on the track and I go round and round. I don't care if I crash. I don't care whatever. I just go there to have fun. I know I'm not going to win because there's people that's been racing for years. I just want to go there to talk to the people, to have fun, for the experience with the people. I'm not the guy that cares about the tuning for a car. I just want to go there and have fun. That's
I used to do a dirt track oval with a couple of Tamiyas, and then I had a B3 associated.
Okay.
And that was fun. Actually, I won a couple of times with my Super Hornet and my Fighter Buggy RX, and then I won with my B3. I didn't win a lot, but sometimes I did win with the Tamiyas against them. It was pretty funny that I was beating Associateds and Losies around the track occasionally.
It's not always about winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not about winning. It's fun to win. It's fun to come close, but the fun part is the challenging. It's the communication with the people and having fun with them. Because as soon as you go to competition, then you start hiding your stuff. You don't talk to the people anymore. No, don't look how I tune my car, and like I'm staying on my side, and it's my own secret sauce and all that. No, it's like
painting all your springs the same color.
Yeah.
That's why I go crawling.
A lot of people just got together at this guy's property. He made a little dirt track oval. He even had them underground, the things that find the transponders. Yep. And after the day of racing was over, we had a barbecue there. So it was awesome.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's the type of thing you want, Frank, right?
Yeah.
That's what it takes.
Even the barbecue part.
That's why I like crawling. Everyone's eager to show off their trucks.
Correct.
Yeah, and crawling is not about speed. Crawling is about your scale accessories and all the modification you've done on it, and then you find out, oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'll use that too. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Like
Oh,
there's
it's
no
more so
secret.
driver skill. It's a lot of driver skill.
Oh
It's a lot of concentration.
Yep. Finger control.
Yeah.
Not one speed fits all. Bang and stop and bang and stop.
Yeah, everyone's kind of got their own style and approach. I really like that. Like when I go to the scale events and everyone's out on the trails, you get to see so many different setups and driving styles. It's really wild because you wouldn't think it, but there's a lot of different ways to like set them up that people do. It's pretty cool.
What's funny is that they're open to any amount of axles too.
Huh?
I've seen those with a lot of where you could even have 6 and 8 wheel drives doing the crawling too with the 4x4s.
Okay.
Depends on the event.
Yeah.
I think the G6 does that. I've seen 6 wheel and 8 wheel drives of G6.
G6, you can run anything. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it's cool to watch the multiple axle ones do their thing since they're so much longer and bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, you can literally pick the front 2 up and still be climbing up the hill and crawl over.
Yeah.
And hang the back 2 off as you crest over the top. That's cool.
Cool.
But
Well,
I mean, I
guys-
could see where you'd have to be in that kind of class, though. I mean, I haven't seen any competition per se with the multi configuration on the axle.
Yeah.
I've seen rally races with those too, where they put them through sand and different
like a
surface-
mud bog and sand and whoever gets
all in the track. You have to make it through it. Like they make it look like a Dakar rally, especially with the sand ones.
right on.
Well, guys, it's that time of the night. It's 11:08 here. So we'll do a round table, say bye to everybody. And thanks a lot for jumping in. And thanks for Paul at 110 Hobbies to give the gift of giving. And thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And 110 Hobby, the one place to have 10 times more fun with your hobby. Just thought I'd say that. So let's start with, let's go in the other view. There we go. RC Propaganda.
Yeah. Had a good time, guys. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Thanks to 110 Hobbies for the giveaway. And if we don't talk, hope everyone has a good holiday.
Cool. Brad.
I want to thank 110 Hobbies, and I want to thank Tony, and I'm glad I'm always here in the video chat. I enjoyed it very much.
Thanks for nipping in. Jack. Outback Jack.
Yeah, thanks very much. I'm just wishing people Merry Christmas in the chat.
Thanks, Jack. James Ryan.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, everyone, and have a safe Christmas. Don't drink and drive, and see you next week.
Cool. James
Is
Ryan.
there next week? Are you doing one next week?
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll probably
Thanks
be
for
on
letting
next
me
week.
show off. Thanks for letting me show off my thingamabob doohickey here. And always have a good time here. Always do. And thank you again. And 110 Hobbies, that was awesome. I'm gonna get some tires from you. I think that was great.
Yeah, the 26th is going to be Boxing Day, so I'm sure I'll be able to do a next one, live one for next week.
Right on.
We'll show off some stuff. Trail Critter RC.
Thanks for having me, Tank. Merry Christmas, everyone, and hopefully Santa brings you some RC goodies. Maybe you could show them off next week.
Cool.
Well, thanks for that sign too, Critter.
Oh yeah, it looked like you're falling asleep.
Sean from DJ SPRC. Thanks for jumping in.
No problem. I want to say thank you to everybody for listening, and thanks for 110 Hobby for doing this. It's fun.
Cool. Thank you very much. Maybe I can try to hit your hobby store for a giveaway next year.
Yeah, for sure. We'll look at that for sure.
I did not know you had one, Sean.
Well, he works at Great Hobbies in Ottawa.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Great Hobbies has stores across Canada. Well, How many? Just Ontario, and how many provinces are they in actually?
We in Ontario, physically with the warehouse, we have 3 stores. Then we have one in Edmonton and Charlottetown. Stratford, should I say?
Head office is where again?
Stratford.
Stratford. Cool.
I checked out the one by me. It's awesome. By the way.
The which one is that? Oshawa?
Oshawa one, yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Cool. Well, guys, people are going to stay in the chat here and chit chat and talk about all kind of stuff. Thanks a lot for jumping in. Really appreciate it. And we'll talk to you next week on Boxing Day. And we'll talk about your top 5 picks of RCs in the year. So we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.